Well, first of all, those who say that the meeting ended in deadlock were not there. So they don't even know what happened. I was there, and I know what happened. We discussed it in the context of the implementation of the agreement. And we discussed it in the context of evoking the provision for collegial decision-making. The President clearly stated that he does not have a personal problem with the minister, or that he is concerned about administrative challenges. His concern is the fact that these forces that are now unified is called the unified force, is now under the command of one person. That is the commander-in-chief, who is the president. Now, as the commander-in-chief, he realizes that the time scale for implementation of the roadmap is very tight. And yet the Ministry of Defense is one of those ministries that is fundamental to provide the ground for the establishment of a professional security sector. So he wants to take charge so that when he gives orders, no one will stop doing what he says must be done. Because sometimes technocrats can undermine decisions made by a minister. But if the president is in charge, nobody will stop. That's why he wants to take full responsibility to be able to complete the unification of the forces, deployment of the forces, professionalization of the forces, and moving on to the second phase of the cantonment, training, and graduation of phase 2. So that process is complete before we write the constitution, before we move towards registration of political parties, so that parties now begin to campaign and prepare for election. That's the reason. There is nothing cynical about it. This is something very simple thing. For you out there, you look at it as a huge thing. For us, it's a normal political glitch, and it's normal. It's happened everywhere. Okay, so it can be resolved today, or tomorrow, or next tomorrow. It will be resolved peacefully. Come on. There is nothing for anybody from anywhere to come and help us. We are capable of doing it. Okay? We negotiated this agreement on our own. We were supported very minorly. The president gave in many things, including cancellation of the 32 states, and he moved on to reorganize, even accepting the armed groups to come into the cantonment without their arms. You know, nobody does it except a president who is really, whose heart is really in the safety and security of the country. We dealt with the roadmap on our own, and we're implementing it on our own. We are capable. We're even making peace for Sudan. How can Sudan now come and say they want to come and help us? We are now participating in security provision in the DRC. We are great people. We can do it. Come on. There's a lot of gobbledygook. There's a lot of nonsense. Angelina is not there because she's a woman. She's there because she was assigned by the party to be the Minister of Defense, not because she's not removed because she's a woman. If the minister was a man, he would have also been removed because of the concerns of the president that I've explained to you. So let's not mix politics with the right of women, you know. It has nothing to do with what gender she is. Completely nothing. So you tell the women out there, their concern is irrelevant. There's no concern to be raised at all. It is not the president, it is the party who will assign that minister. So if they have a concern, they should take it to the president, so that if it is the SPLM bringing a representative, then the president will consider the strength of the person who will come and administer the Ministry of Defense. And you have your concern, you express to react, to bring a woman to replace. Once this is agreed, it doesn't matter who comes in. Who said he didn't consult? He wrote a letter.
And the political parties...
Who said it? Who said it?
The political bureau of the SPLM.
Because they didn't see it. You see, some of these things are very high up there. Obviously, the president sent the presidential Minister of Presidential Affairs to take the letter, and was handed in my presence in the hall of the cabinet. Where are all this coming from? These are people who don't want this country to be stable. They should stay away from things that are not their concern, things that are beyond their responsibility.
Okay, and then what is the discussion all about now, if it was consulted?
This is an internal political discussion. It doesn't have to be public. It doesn't harm the security of the people. It doesn't harm the security of the of the country. It doesn't disturb implementation of the roadmap. This is an internal political matter. It happens everywhere.
Thank you.
Even in your house, between you and your wife, do you tell us everything that you do with your wife?